Wow, the A's hit 8 home runs against Phillies pitching. Lawrence Butler hit 3 of them. A's back home where it all started for the franchise, taking 2 of 3 in Philadelphia. What a win for the Orioles on Sunday, and they needed that one. Horrible loss. Horrible loss for the Yankees. The Pirates had 500 at the break, and I do think that's a really big deal. Steve Lennox, Lennox on Baseball live stream podcast, recapping day number 109 of the Major League Baseball regular season. We have hit the All-Star break. We open up with That's Baseball. Major League Baseball getting the 2024 first-year player draft underway Sunday night in Fort Worth, Texas. I think that's what we're calling it these days. It used to be the June amateur draft. Well, it's now in the month of July. But the first-year player draft underway in Texas. A tip of the cap to all family members, mentors, teachers, baseball coaches who played huge roles in helping 74 players get drafted on Sunday. The draft does continue with rounds 3 through 10 on Monday, wraps up Tuesday, rounds 11 through 20, no longer 40, no longer 50 rounds. A lot of ball players becoming pro ball players. Enjoy the journey, one and all. And that's baseball. Again, recapping day number 109 of the Major League Baseball regular season. Yankees, they win the series in Baltimore to close out before the All-Star break, but the Orioles were the ones celebrating on Sunday. Yankees went in front 5-3, top of the ninth inning. 3-run home run from rookie Ben Rice. That came off closer Craig Kimbrell. Bottom 9, Orioles with 1 run in. Anthony Volpe, costly error. Next hitter, Cedric Mullins. Line drive to left field. Alex Verdugo came in. Alex Verdugo went back. Alex Verdugo kind of stumbled. Ball went over his head. 2-run score. Celebration on for the Orioles. Cedric Mullins coming through. Verdugo just didn't make the play on the ball. 2-run score. Ball game over. Kimbrell, by the way, one of the first out of the dugout to celebrate. Orioles go into the break a game up on the Yankees in the AL East. 4.5 games up on the Boston Red Sox. The win Sunday, snapping a 5-game losing streak for the Orioles. Now, Craig Kimbrell, do they need better at the back end of the bullpen? I don't know that they get it. He's going to be the closer this season. He's going to be the closer. Lost his job early, came back. You're going to get that every once in a while from a closer. You're going to get that every once in a while from Craig Kimbrell. But imagine going to the All-Star break, first-place team or a team tied for first place on a losing streak. Instead, the Yankees had an opportunity to complete the series sweep. Did not happen. Red Sox opportunity on Sunday to take 2 of 3 from the Kansas City Royals. Red Sox able to hold on. 5-4 victory in the finale. Lost the opener. Win the next 2, beating Seth Lugo and Brady Singer. Red Sox 11 games over 500. Rafi Devers, 2-run home run in the first inning. Apparently it broke a seat out in right field. Dominic Smith, 2-run home run in the second, both coming off starter and losing pitcher Brady Singer. Smith adding a run-scoring base hit in the 7th inning, and that was needed. Much needed insurance run. Kenley Jansen struck out the side in the 8th inning. Jansen gave up a run in the 9th inning to make it a 1-run ball game. He got the final out on a ground out. Ball game over. Jansen the save, 19th on the season. Adds to his terrific career total, I think 439. Salvador Perez home run in the loss for Kansas City. 2 games behind the Red Sox at the All-Star break for that final AL wild card. Josh Smith was the Rangers offense on Sunday. Club winning 4-2 over the Astros. Rangers lost game 1 Friday, take the next 2 in Houston. Smith, 2-run home run in the first inning, 2-run shot in the 8th inning. Rangers have won 7 of 9. Astros, 10-game win streak snapped on Saturday. That 10-game win streak at home. A home win streak there for the Astros, but then they dropped 2 in a row. Max Scherzer gave up a run, 1 earned run over 4+ innings, no decision. Kirby Yates, a run all out in the 9th inning, was able to get the final out and record the save, his 16th on the year. Ronel Blanco gave up just 2 runs, but did take the loss. Blanco, all-star for the Astros, 9-4. And a name to remember. Look for Josh Young to be back in the coming weeks for the Rangers. Still has not gone out on a rehab assignment, but taking those early steps in his process. Has not played since April 1st, right wrist fracture early on in the season, and that's going to be a big man to return to the lineup for the Texas Rangers. Ryan Pepio, 3 relievers for the Tampa Bay Rays, combining to shut out the Guardians 2-0 on Sunday. Jose Siri, Home run in the third, Brandon Lau. Home run in the sixth inning. Pepio, 6-5 with the win, went the first six scoreless. Gave up just 2 hits, struck out 4. Rays pitchers did not walk a single batter. Pete Fairbanks gave up a couple of base hits to the first 2 batters in the ninth inning, but came back, retired the next 3 hitters. Fairbanks, the 17th save on the season for his resume. And Rays win 2-0 Friday, win 2-0 on Sunday. Rays at 500 at the All-Star break. Guardians' best record at the All-Star break in the American League, but scuffling a little bit over the last couple of weeks as well. Tigers walked off in extras on Saturday. Tigers walked off in the bottom of the ninth inning. Sunday, beat the Dodgers 4-3. Tigers take 2 of 3 from the top club in the National League West. Justin Henry Malloy tied the game. RBI base hit for Malloy. Game 3-3 in the ninth inning. He then scored the winning run on a throwing error from pitcher Johan Ramirez, his second of the inning. Ramirez fielding a bunt out in front of the mound, threw the ball away at third base. Malloy got up, scored from third. Ball game over. Second error, as I said, for Ramirez in that ninth inning. Dodgers were 48-0. Were, past tense, when leading after 8 innings prior to Saturday. Dodgers going to the break, having dropped 6 of 7. How about the A's? Didn't score over the first 3 innings in Philadelphia on Sunday. Scored 18 runs the rest of the way. Beat the Phillies 18-3. A's 8 home runs, 3 from Lawrence Butler. He knocked in 6 runs. Brent Rooker, a couple of home runs, 5 RBIs. Seth Brown, 2 home runs, knocked in 3. Zach Geloff, grand slam. Joey Estes rebounding from a rough start last time out against the Red Sox. Gave up 2 earned over 6 innings. Estes, the win, is 4th on the year. Phillies lose a home series for just the 3rd time this season. 8 home runs, 18 runs total for the A's. If you've got them on your schedule in the second half of the season and you want to contend August, September, and be a postseason team come October, A's are going to be a pain in the neck for a lot of teams, I think. I'm predicting that. I'm saying that out loud for the rest of the season. One of the best things from Sunday for me, Pirates beat the White Sox on the south side of Chicago with the win at 500 at the All-Star break. Good for the Pirates. Take all 3 on the south side of Chicago. Have won 4 in a row, 6 of 7. Joey Bart, Brian Reynolds, both hitting home runs. Pirates, 500 for the first time since April 27th when they were 14-14. White Sox enter the break having dropped 4 in a row, 44 games under 500. I'm not sure if they've already been eliminated from potential. I guess probably not, but at least from maybe they're closing in on being eliminated from winning the division. That could come as early as early August, I would think. Travis d'Arnaud, 2 home runs, knocked in 4. Braves, 6-3 victory on the road at Petco Park against the Padres on Sunday. Chris Sale with the first 5, picked up his major league best 13th win on the season. Sale gave up 1 run, struck out 4. D'Arnaud gave the Braves a 5-1 lead with a 3-run home run in the 6th inning. Braves could have Ian Anderson back at some point after the All-Star break. Anderson is ramping up, coming back from Tommy John surgery. Padres losing 6 of 7 leading into the break. So they really had an opportunity to cut into the Dodgers lead over the last, week to 10 days prior to the All-Star break. Really did not happen. Ezekiel Tovar, pair of home runs. 2-run shots for Tovar, 2 of them. Michael Tolia, 3 solo home runs. Brenton Doyle added a solo home run as well. Add them all up, 6 home runs and 8 runs total for the Rockies. Beat the Mets 8-5 Sunday. Again, 6 home runs, 8 runs total. Get some guys on base. Lost snapping the Mets win streak at 5 in a row. Jose Quintana gave up the first 4 home runs and taking the loss. Tolia said after the game, I grew up a Yankee fan as a kid, so to do it against the Mets felt pretty good. Also added, my dad is extra happy. He grew up in New York. Joe Adell, 3-run home run, bottom of the 8th inning. Angels beat the Mariners 3-2, showing some life once again. Angels, like a volatile stock. Angels lost the opener 11-0 on Thursday, came back and win the next 3. All 3 victories in the series against the Mariners, 1-run victories. J.P. Crawford did homer in the 6th inning for Seattle. Mariners, that was their first hit of the game. Mariners struck out 15 times against 5 Angels pitchers. That's not going to change. Their strikeout totals are just off the charts. And Carson Filmer, nice to see him turn in a strong performance, and I say strong. He went 4 2/3 innings, did strike out 7. Mariners 5-9 over their final 14 games of the break. So like the Dodgers and even the Padres, limping to the finish line at the All-Star break. Twins and Giants. Giants win the series 2-1 in San Francisco. Walked off bottom of the 9th inning, 3-2 victory against the Twins on Sunday. Again, they take 2 of 3 in the series. Mike Yastrzemski, a triple, scored on a throwing error by Brooks Lee. That was the ball game. Yastrzemski, 2 doubles, the triple in the 9th inning. Blake Snell started the game by retiring 18 in a row. Snell, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. Jorge Soler, ouch, 0 for 4, 4 Ks in the leadoff spot for San Francisco. Cubs-Cardinals. Cubs able to rebound after dropping 2 to the Cardinals on Saturday. 8-3 win on Sunday in the finale. Team split the 4-game set. Christopher Morel, Pete Crow Armstrong, both hitting 2 home runs in the win. And for some reason, Jim Edmonds thought it was a good idea to say exactly what he was thinking after Morel's second home run in the 8th inning. Ian Happ, Tomas Nido also with home runs for Chicago. Brewers got a win on Sunday. Much needed? You could say that. Avoid being swept at home by the Nationals. Win the finale 9-3. Willie Adames had a day. 4 hits, 4 at-bats. RBI double, 2-run home run. Garrett Mitchell, first home run of the season for Milwaukee. Colin Ray, in relief, struck out 7 over 5 2/3 innings. Picked up the win out of the bullpen, 9th on the year. Brewers have lost 3 in a row on 7 different occasions this year. At no point this season have they lost 4 straight. Marlins don't go into the All-Star break on a 6-game losing streak. Marlins snapped a 5-game losing streak, 3-2 win in Cincinnati over the Reds on Sunday. Xavier Edwards, 2-out RBI single in the 8th inning. Ellie De La Cruz, a home run in the loss for the Reds, his 17th on the year. Blue Jays in Phoenix led 7-0. That lead disappeared. Diamondbacks, 7 runs across in the bottom of the 5th inning. Jays got a run in the 7th, the go-ahead run on a home run by Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 8-7 the final, as the Blue Jays do pick up the win. Interesting week for Kevin Kiermaier, grand slam in the Jays' 6-run 4th inning. Blue Jays manager John Schneider got tossed from the game in the 7th inning. Still quoted after the game when it was over and said, that was a weird game. That's a recap of day number 109 of the Major League Baseball regular season. Sugar's Random Thoughts brought to you by the Yellow Rose of Talbot B&B. Considering a stay on the beautiful Maryland Eastern Shore this summer, this fall, this winter, consider a stay at the Yellow Rose of Talbot Bed and Breakfast in Easton, Maryland. Tell my sister Tammy, my brother-in-law Kenneth, that I sent you their way. I am rooting for Jose Ramirez of the Guardians in tonight's home run derby in Arlington, Texas. I caution you not to sleep on Teoscar Hernandez. We'll see how that plays out. My first All-Star game memory, Fred Lynn, grand slam off Atlee Hammaker of the Giants at Comiskey Park in 1983. Now, my dad may not remember it, but he actually predicted it just before Fred Lynn went deep against Atlee Hammaker. It was the first and still the only grand slam in All-Star game history. That's a pretty neat note on Fred Lynn, who, by the way, is active on social media and does a nice job as well interacting with fans. So Fred Lynn, first and only grand slam in All-Star game history. All-Star game Tuesday night in Arlington, Texas. Baseball sort of taking over the week. We'll wrap up the week with the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies next weekend in Cooperstown, New York. Again, that is a wrap on day number 109 of the Major League Baseball regular season. You can follow us on the X. We're trying to figure out how to get back on the X with our daily recap of the Major League Baseball games around baseball. Again, you can follow us on the X at LenoxOnBaseball. Follow the YouTube channel as well at LenoxOnBaseball. Former Aberdeen Ironbird intern Brian Holland takes us away most days, and he does it right now. Brian?
Stop talking during the anthem. Go watch Steve Lennox's new podcast because Steve is the man.